Hello, welcome at the Hydronic Circuit entry part. Now we are really going to start building our hydronic project. Make sure that before starting the hydronic circuit calculation is activated and freeze hydronic circuit calculation is unchecked. More about the unlocking the hydronic circuit calculation the first time in a separate video. This video will come in different blocks. Feel free to create the same hydronic network simultaneously with the video, pause and return as much as needed. Before introducing the way to enter hydronic circuits into HySelect, we should talk about plant decomposition into hydronic modules. Here we start with the example of a hydronic module with distinct 5 circuits in parallel. Each circuit has the same configuration, either in direct return or reverse return. Each circuit is fitted with the balancing valve, and the module is equipped with the general valve, the partner valve. Remark that these modules could be different kinds, like DP stabilized circuit, but the same logic applies. When the project is becoming more complicated, the best hint is to draw a one-line schema and decompose in modules as well. Here a quick example. So let's start with introducing our first schema into HySelect. By default, when you start a new project, HySelect creates an empty structure and names the first module star A. On this module, you can add and build the hierarchical structure of circuits and terminal units corresponding to your plant. There are 3 ways to add a circuit. We'll look at the first option here. Right-click on Hydraulic Network, then press Add Circuit. This is now creating the main distribution pipe. It could be with or without pump. In this case, I will select a pump. When clicking on Control Type, you will notice that the circuits change according to the type of control and the different options related. Exploit the options in balancing type as well. Select the distribution circuit with pump. Click Next. On the left-hand side, we see the pump's information. The H-min will be the final calculation for needed pump head. The flow will be the total flow running through this distribution pipe. Head is the only case that could be filled in when the head of the pump is already known, but not necessary or not mandatory. On the right-hand side, you'll find the information of the balancing valve, the partner valve. Also here, this valve will be selected and the presetting calculated in function of the total flow and the needed dP. Remark that you are able to add a description on top. Below there is a possibility to add more circuits, which is not relevant here, but could be useful for other circuits. Click Add. Immediately, HySelect creates a new screen for the first circuit in the network. You could continue from here or cancel to start creating yourself. I prefer to take the second option. Also, to show you what HySelect has created now. You see star A as the first circuit. In the output screen you find 2 tabs, distribution and circuits. Below that, the hydronic calculation output. Okay, add a circuit by clicking right, Add Circuit. Now you see that the options in return type are available. So here you will start with a direct return, which is a standard return type, or reverse return, the Tichelman system. In the terminal unit box, you can select none, which would mean that this is a connection to other terminal units or parts of the system. Or you could select terminal unit. Select the other parameters to filter the circuits displayed in the lower area. There are around 50 different circuits available in HySelect. Circuits that will require an available differential pressure. So we are always calculating with an active primary. So filtering here will really impact the right product selection afterwards. There is always a way to change the circuit type when needed. Click on Next to go to the Circuit Wizard second step, or Cancel to leave the wizard without adding any circuit. We will click Next here. Enter a description for the circuit. Not mandatory, but recommended. If required, you could change the insert in and the position. For now, this is not necessary. The name will be automatically set according to the circuit position. In the left window, the circuit is automatically positioned according to this name. But in front, you notice the red marking with a cross. This means that the circuit is not saved yet. Enter or select the required parameters. The available parameters and tables will depend on the circuit type. Some basic information about the different informations. The colors on the circuit and in the table titles indicate orange for primary, green for secondary, blue for distribution, and black is a link. The editable purple fields are fields that should be manually completed as they are related to plant and circuit setup. The editable white fields have default values defined globally, but may be changed if desired. Values displayed in red means the current value is not allowed. The non-editable white fields display values automatically calculated by HySelect. The open lock icon enables you to lock the values in this table to ensure that the calculation will not change them. Once locked, the icon is red and the locked values bold. A small plus icon next to a field indicates additional fields that can be completed. The minus icon next to the accessories opens an additional window to add accessories. Pipe lengths. In a direct return circuit, the following rules when measuring and entering the various pipe lengths must be followed. The entered values must include the supply and the return lengths. The distribution pipe of the circuit is the length of the pipe coming from the previous pipe or coming from the previous pipe connection leading to the circuit connection point. Imagine you've got two circuits at the same crossing. That would mean the first has a distribution pipe length, but for the second it would be 0. The circuit pipe of the circuit is the length of the pipe inside the circuit. And circuits without a terminal unit only require a distribution pipe length. This is different for a reverse return. More about this later. Enter the number of identical circuits to be added, and these will be added in parallel. Click on Previous to go back one step if you want to change the circuit type. Click the Add button once all mandatory fields are completed. HySelect will immediately start a new similar circuit wizard, so you can continue adding here, or when all desired circuits are added, click Close. Perfect! You already learned important bits of the hydronic circuit entry in HySelect here. Let's add some more information to complete that knowledge. Injection circuits. When adding an injection circuit, there are several details to consider. You should provide the circuit pump characteristic and the supply temperature. HySelect will calculate the return temperature of the circuit by the power and fluid characteristics and the DT entered in the thermal unit table. Earlier in this video we discussed the pipe length we should use during the circuit entry. So far we only discussed the direct return. The reality for reverse return is slightly different. In this case, we should use the following rules. The distribution supply pipe is the length of the pipe coming from the previous pipe connection point, and the distribution return pipe of the circuit is the length of the pipe leading to the following circuit. The circuit pipe is the length of the pipe in the circuit, and this must include supply and return. Circuits without a thermal unit only require a distribution pipe length.